Remasters. The first Australian into the women's semis at an Olympics in 24 years.
She's former beach sprinter that has moved to the track so successfully. She's won it off scratch.
It is seriously one of the all-time great runs at Storm.
I'm going to say, what's up, legends? I'm going to hijack Bree's vlog again. So Bree's getting ready to go away for a month. And I think someone else is super excited and wants to go with her. So, Maple, do you want to go with Mum? Looks like you're ready to be packed in the suitcase. I think Maple is going to miss Bree for a month, and she's stuck with me, so I don't know if she's super excited or not, but I think she's keen.
Denny, show me what you got.
What's up, Bree's vlog?
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now for today's vlog, I am taking you on the road with me to Europe 2.0. We're going back for some more racing. I've already been to Europe this year. That was 4 weeks ago. Those last 4 weeks have gone so quickly at home, but it's so nice to have gotten the chance to come home, spend time with family, get in another training block and just kind of reset, because not gonna lie, I am exhausted. And there's no denying that this year has been an incredibly large year for me in so many aspects of my life. So just having a minute to come home, wind down, recharge, to kind of get back up and go again has been so detrimental to just everything really. I am still feeling a little bit flat. I think whatever I got sick with in Europe 4 or 5 weeks ago now has really truly rocked me. I feel like I have a bit of post-viral fatigue. Like there's some days that I'm like really struggling. I'm getting like a lot of like achiness. I'm really tired, but I feel well, and like my energy is just a little bit off. So just trying to really get on top of that lately, and get ready to race again, because my next race is on the 19th of August. So we're going over 10 days prior. I usually like to have about a 10-day buffer to kind of get over the jet lag. Obviously I tried to race off the plane in Morocco at Rabat, and I was sick at the same time, so it didn't really give me a good indicator of how well I race off a plane jet lagged. But usually I like to fully get over the jet lag before racing, because yeah, I really want to do well in Madrid. It's probably one of my last times to secure some extra points for my World Champs qualifying position. It's a silver meet, so I'd love to run fast and place well, but expecting the competition to be pretty strong. Hopefully I can get into another meet after that as well, potentially before another meet that I have planned in Italy, and then I'll go on to Switzerland to do some relay stuff. I think we're also basing in Italy for some relay training before we go and race in Switzerland, and then it's a come home, and basically it will go straight into World Champs. So the season is nearing its end. It has been massive, but I am looking forward to it being over, because yes, I am truly exhausted, and just like trying to get back on the road again and get going again. Yeah, it's a lot, but we love it. This is why we do it, and I get to travel the world doing what I love, so I can't complain. So yeah, right now it's Thursday. I'm flying out at 10 p.m. tonight, so it gave me the opportunity to still get in my last gym session, which I've just done, and now I'm just driving to LSKD to pop into work for a little bit before I'm gonna have to head home and finalize my packing. Now, packing is stressful for me. I find it so hard. It plays with my brain. Like, Oh, so I've just arrived at work and I'm gonna pop in here for a bit and then I'll check back in with you guys once I get home and I'm finalizing all of my packing and getting ready to go to the airport because we're going to Europe again and I want to take you guys along for the travel. Thank you. Alright, so I've checked in. Sorry I didn't tune in during my packing stage. I was so locked in trying to work it out. Anyway, I worked out that I got 2 bags with Qatar because I'm a platinum member with Virgin, so I got 50 kilos. So I actually checked in 2 bags. I checked in my regular normal luggage, and then I also checked in my carry-on hard case, or it's a soft case, but it's like a hard case, wheelie. Because I knew that would be really handy when I'm traveling to and from races in different countries just for a few days, so I can just take carry-on. And then I just got my backpack and a satchel for this flight. So I've got all my essentials. Everything in my bag is pretty much food and supplements and activewear and shoes. So yeah, anyway, I just walked through customs and I don't think I've ever had my bag unpacked as much as it did this time. So sometimes I carry a lot of batteries because I carry my Normatec boots with me. Obviously, compression, recovery, got to take those, but they have to come in my carry-on because the batteries are attached to the legs. I hope you can hear me over the airline announcements, but yeah, so the lady literally unpacked everything in my backpack, like to the point where my whole bag was just unpacked. Anyway, we got there in the end. I had to stand there and repack my entire backpack that is packed to the brim. So the one thing that I realized that I forgot was a neck pillow, and I feel like that's an essential. Oh, let's try this one. I feel like I've bought so many of these at airports because I always forget to bring one. Let's test this one out. Yep, I reckon that one's gonna do. Alright, neck pillow secured. This just cost me $63. That is probably the most expensive neck pillow I've ever bought, so I better have the best sleep ever. Anyway, I'm about to head up to the Air New Zealand Lounge because I actually get access with my platinum membership with Virgin. So I'm gonna go and have some dinner up here. I came here last time when I flew out of Brisbane and it was really good. So I'm gonna go relax up here until I have to leave and try not to cry because I didn't cry when I left Matt and Maple. I tried my best. I held back so many tears. It was so sad leaving them. But trying to focus on the good, no tears, no tears. I'm sorry about how tired I look right now, by the way. I am so ready for a sleep. I think I'm gonna not even wait for the food and I'm just gonna get on and have my sleeping tablet and try and sleep for most of this flight. And then hopefully it passed really quickly because yeah, it's the biggest one. I want to sleep the longest on this one. Usually I like try and stay and wait for the first meal, but I did just have quite a large meal at the Air New Zealand Lounge, so I don't know if I'm really hungry to wait for another one, but I always like to wait and eat everything that I'm given on the plane because you're not really given much food for the entirety of the trip, so I just try and eat what I'm given, but we'll see what I'm feeling once I get on. Fun fact, I also get priority boarding with my Platinum Virgin membership, so let's go. Alright, so I've made it to Doha. It is actually quite busy here. I'm just like dodging people. The cool thing about flying through Doha with Qatar is that they're partners with Virgin, which I touched on earlier. But I actually get access to their like platinum and gold members lounge, which means I can have a shower and free food. So it's pretty awesome. So I'm just making my way there now. This is exactly what I did last time. So pretty familiar with it now. But really looking forward to a shower. That flight was pretty good. I slept for about 7 to 8 hours, so pretty successful. My legs are pretty stiff, not gonna lie, so I think I need a little bit of a stretch, but glad that the longest one is over because that one's always the worst. Don't mind my plain hair, but this is the bathroom. It is so nice to have a shower. Like, I can't stress enough how much fresher you feel after having a shower. I feel like it makes all the difference on these long haul flights. Anyway, basically it's just this tiny little room. I'll turn the camera around so you can have a look. All right, so basically it's just a tiny little bathroom, somewhere to put your clothes, hang up your clothes and your bags, hair dryers, everything. And then it's got a little shower cubicle and then a little toilet cubicle. So I'm gonna freshen up and get ready to board my next flight because we only have like an hour and a half until boarding, and I'm gonna quickly get in some food as well. Very random selection of food, so I just got some yogurt with some berry compote and some pineapple. The butter is for my croissant with an omelette and some sausages. A little bit random, but alright, so when I fly I get very dehydrated, so hydration is always a focus. Obviously it's really hard when you sleep for most of the flight. I woke up really dehydrated, so I've just filled up my Pillar Performance bottle with water. I'm just going to add some hydrolyte to it, orange flavour, but then I'm also going to add some Ultra C immune powder from Pillar Performance. Now, this has been my best friend when I travel. I get sick a lot when I travel, hence why I was wearing a mask on the flight. I wear a mask on every flight that I travel on if I'm going somewhere important and I can't afford to get sick. So I wanted to bring this on the flight with me so I could mix it in on the road. I try and have this at least once a day to support my immune system and just hopefully not get sick. I will do anything to not get sick. So I've just found my gate and I'm just waiting to board, but I just wanted to quickly touch on something that I feel like I get asked a lot, and that is your trip paid for? Is your flights and your accommodation paid for by your sport, or are you paying for it for yourself? And the answer is it depends. So if you make Com Games, World Champs, Olympics, World Relays, or anything like that, that is all covered. But if you are choosing to go overseas and race individually on the circuit by yourself with your own goals and purpose, then that is on you. So it does get very expensive, especially for Australian athletes and New Zealand athletes, whoever on this side of the continent, to go over to Europe every single year and race on the circuit, because you know, it becomes detrimental to qualifying for things like World Champs, Olympics, Com Games and all that stuff. So yeah, I've been back to Europe every single year and not once has it been a holiday. I think the only time I had a holiday was like a little bit after the Com Games with my family. So yeah, it does get very, very expensive, and I feel like you really need to plan for it in advance. So if you're an athlete or even just wanting to go on a Euro summer holiday, I feel like you can use this in any aspect, is I recommend, you know, working a year out or even 2 years out, however far you want to. And I opened up a separate bank account and I worked out how much I needed for my trip that next year and how much I needed to transfer weekly from my pay into that account to make sure that I had that money sitting there ready to go when I needed to go. I cannot recommend that enough. I remember when I made my first World Championships in surf lifesaving, and I literally saved every leftover penny that I had to go on that trip, and it was honestly the best experience. Yes, it was expensive, but like, it's experiences that you don't get back. I 110% recommend going over and racing internationally if you want to experience it, and if you're ready. It is very, very daunting. I would say don't go over if you're not ready yet. It is a different world over there. So to wrap that up, this trip I'm going on is paid for by me, most of it. Sometimes we do get a little bit of funding to go overseas, but this trip has been paid by me and I've already been once. So this year's Euro trips have been a break to the bank, but that's okay. We are clocking up a lot of frequent flyer points though, and you know what, when I say that, I got really pissed off about this flight because now Virgin Australia and Qatar are partners. They now allow you to upgrade to business using Velocity points. Now I have like over 200,000 Velocity points, and I was like, I'm going to get my business dream. I could upgrade to business for my flight to Brussels. Anyway, I called up and they told me that, oh, sorry, it's only available on like these 2 flight numbers, and they were the ones that had like 8 to 14 hour stopovers. And I was like, it's okay, one day we'll get to use those points and go business and get to experience it. I just refuse to pay for it. It's like 12 grand to go business. It does look nice every time I walk past it, but you could pay me 12 grand to sit in economy. So I will only ever do it if I can upgrade on points. And cross my fingers I can use my points soon. Alright guys, I have arrived in Leuven in Belgium, finally. I feel like, it's weird to say, but I feel like this trip went quickly, but like really long at the same time. I don't know if it's because I've done multiple of these European flights now that I'm getting used to it, but yeah, still such a long couple hours of travel. I'm so excited to jump in the shower right now. Right now I can feel like the sweat dripping down my back because obviously it's summer here. I wouldn't say it's like overly hot, but I am wearing tracksuit pants. I just take my jumper off, but I caught the train from Brussels airport to Leuven, which was like 20 minutes, super easy. And then I had to walk 1.3k to my Airbnb. So here we are, we've made it. I had to carry all of my bags, and that probably has to be like the most annoying thing about traveling is lugging your bags around and then having to like do that on trains, and yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to go into detail. I'm sure you guys all know. You've probably all mostly done a Euro summer or some sort of travel to understand what I'm talking about. But anyway, I've made it. I'm going to give you a quick room tour because this place is super cute and this is where I'm going to be basing for the next couple of weeks. So this is like a little studio apartment. So everything is in the same room, literally. This is my dining area, kitchen, lounge, and TV, and then that leads out to this beautiful little cute view. I love that I've got like sliding doors to open up to get fresh air and sun in here because you all know I need some vitamin D coming from the Gold Coast. This is my view. Leuven is such a quiet, cute little town. I think I'm gonna like it here. And then I can definitely see myself having like a bit of a tan out here or getting the chair out here and working from out here. And then back inside, off the kitchen, we've got my bed. Now, this is a little strange. Sorry, gotta get past all my bags. I'm not too sure how I feel about this. Oh, I could probably unhook it and pull it down because it's kind of like creeping me out a little bit. Not sure if like I'm meant to pull it down and then like sleep in a nice big cocoon. Anyway, a bit strange. And then bathroom, shower with some cute pink and burgundy tiles. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be here for the next couple of weeks. I think it's just really handy to have a base when you're flying to lots of different countries and locations for racing, just so I can like dump off the most of my stuff and then just travel for a few days to a meet with some carry-on and come straight back. It was quite affordable here as well. Like when I was in Nice, it was very expensive. I think I mentioned that before. So yeah, we'll see what Leuven's like. I've never based here before. I've never been here, but I think I'm gonna like it. And I've also got some friends in the area. So I think I'll be meeting up with Tian and Ellie after I have a shower because most importantly, I need to de-sweat and get these trackies off because I am so hot right now and smelly. All right, I've had a shower. I feel so much better, especially after just washing my hair. I'm just gonna let it dry in the breeze. I usually like to blow dry my hair because it just dries 10 times better and it doesn't get as oily as quickly. If you know, you know. Right now I'm sitting outside Tian and Ellie's accommodation. I didn't realize Ellie's actually away for a competition, so it's just Tian here. So we're gonna go grab some dinner in the city and we're also gonna go and get me some groceries. Say hello to my vlog. Here he is. Friends in Belgium. Currently the main mode of transport here is bike.
E-bike is the best. You don't want a normal bike.
I feel like there's no footpaths around here. Like the footpaths are like half a meter wide and then the bike lanes are like 4 meters wide.
It's definitely built for bikes.
All right, let's go. Good morning, everybody. I have just woken up and I had an incredible sleep. Oh, I needed that. Anyway, let's go through my sleep because the first night of sleep is usually always really average. Now, my recovery is definitely always average. So I've woken up in the red and I'm a 31% recovered, but I had 7.5 hours sleep. So that's pretty good for the first night. Usually I get like 5 hours, so I will take that. And I had extremely high sleep stress, which normally happens when I fly. I feel like my body has just gone through that, like changing altitude, pressure and all that stuff. And my body's like, whoa, what's happening? Obviously trying to get into the time zone as well. So look, that's positive. I woke up at like 6 a.m. So that's good too. I did wake up a little bit throughout the night at like 12 a.m., 3 a.m., but I just kind of kept going back to sleep. So I think it's so important that you just try and lay there and get back to sleep and sleep for as long as possible. And I did try and stay up until I think like almost 10 p.m. because if I go to bed too early, obviously I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m. and not be able to get back to sleep. Before I make some breakfast, let me just show you my lovely morning view. I've figured out how to open these big doors and there is the most beautiful fresh air coming in. This is what I get to wake up to every morning. And this is where I'm going to sit and eat my breakfast and have my coffee. I will not be complaining about that. So yesterday I went to the supermarket with Tian and I bought some essentials for breakfast this morning, and I bought pretty much everything that I usually eat at home because I'm obsessed with that breakfast spread. So I couldn't find bagels, so I just bought bread, but I've got eggs, kiwi fruit, orange, avo, and raspberry and blueberries, and I brought peanut butter and chili honey with me, as well as my avo smash sprinkle because I'm also obsessed with that. So I'm just going to try and make a breakfast like I usually would at home and hope it somewhat tastes the same. All right, this is my breakfast. I think that turned out pretty well. The only thing is that my eggs have no avo because this is how I opened my avocado. It is like moldy. Ugh. Anyway, I bought 2 avos from the store and they were both the same. So there is no way I'm eating that, which is really sad because the avo makes it. But that's okay. We'll go to another supermarket today, maybe a bigger one that might have fresher produce, and get it from there. Hope my fruit's all right. So I've just gotten ready to head down to one of the coffee stores in town. Apparently this is where all the athletes go. They chill out, they sit down and they work. So I think for me, like most importantly is getting out of my Airbnb, especially when I'm working. I think I need to continue to find like new scenery and just like not hibernate in here. It's so awesome that I have like people like Tian and Ellie in the area that I can go and connect with, because otherwise it gets like really lonely and I will just like sit on this couch and work all day until I need to train. Anyway, I'm just going to make up my little vitamin C creatine collagen mix in my pillar bottle. And then we're gonna walk there because I need to go and buy my own bike. Yesterday I was borrowing Ellie's bike while she's away and I need to get my own. So this town here is like so small, and everyone basically bikes here. Like there's cars, but there's a lot of bikes, and like the bike tracks are like bigger than the walking paths. Anyway, I'm gonna walk about 20 minutes or so down to the cafe to meet Tian, and then the bike shop I think opens at 12, and then I'm gonna buy my own bike for the length of time that I'm here. So I ended up hiring my bike. This is her. Ta-da! This is my little baby girl for the next 4 weeks. This is how I'm going to be getting around. She is electric, so we've got some pedaling assistance. All right, so I'm back at my apartment now. We spent all morning at the cafe. I had 2 coffees, so hopefully that keeps me buzzing through the afternoon because I reckon jet lag is going to set in very, very soon. After that, Tian and I went and grabbed some poke bowls for lunch before I just picked up my bike like I showed you. So now I'm going to get ready to head down to the track because I'm just going to do a light flush session. Obviously, just jumped off the plane yesterday. I don't need to do a proper track session until Monday because usually I have Saturday, Sundays off, and today is Saturday. So I'm just going to go tick the legs over, get some blood pumping, help the legs feel good come Monday. I'm going to take the whole of tomorrow off, so I should be fine by Monday. and hopefully get in a really good session because it'll be meet week. We're going to race next week. Like, it feels like it's forever since I raced, but I really needed that break. That was a crazy race season when I went to like 3 different countries. Like, I needed to reset, but I'm very excited to be back on track, and I'm going to Spain. And I'm going to a track that is green and ran super fast a couple weeks ago. So I'm very excited to see what I can produce. First one back in 5 weeks, so hopefully it's not too rusty, but we'll see how we go. All right, so quick fit check before I leave for the track. Everything I'm wearing today is LSKD. Obviously, this is the only activewear I wear. I'm absolutely obsessed with the brand. I have been partnered with them for, I think it's like 5 years now. I love it, and it honestly just keeps getting better. Anyway, I'm wearing a couple of new arrivals that are yet to drop that I wanted to show you guys. So the bra that I'm wearing today is the Accelerate bra. Now, the Accelerate bra has been dropped before, this style, but in different colorways. This is a new color. It is called Blue As Oil, and it will be dropping soon, so keep your eye out for it. It is probably one of the more higher support bras, if you want to call it. It's just a bit more coverage on the front, really thick under bust band. And then it's like a crisscross back with the bra clasp. So it's really supportive, at least for me. I mean, I don't have much to support, but yeah, I find this one of the more like high intensity bras, ones that I kind of gravitate to when I've got a really intense session where I just don't want any distractions. Now, I'm obsessed with this new color. When I saw it on the drop board, I was like, give me that. I need that. I feel like blue is my color. I wore blue to work the other day, and I think I had like 5 people just be like, yeah, blue is your color. So I think we've decided that. Blue and pink. I've been obsessed with pink at the moment too. Been wearing a lot of pink fits. But yeah, absolutely obsessed with this color. Can't wait to get the matching shorts. They hadn't gotten to the warehouse yet, so I wasn't able to get them in time before I left for Europe. So we just got the bra, and then I thought they went really well with this new ultra orange fusion colorway. Now, fusion shorts are the best selling short at LSKD. If you don't own a pair, this is your sign to go and grab a pair because they will change your life. They are absolutely incredible. I always turn to fusion shorts. It's like fusion or elixir, but fusion is like my top short that I always turn to in my drawer, and I have so many colors of them. So many. I have like the full rainbow in my closet. So they are like a high-waisted fit. These are the X short. They come usually in like an X short and a mid short. I always tend to gravitate for X short. I just feel like I prefer short shorts. If I go for a mid short, I feel a little bit stocky, but that's just personal preference. So yeah, these are an X short. They're high-waisted. Sometimes I find like they're too high-waisted and I'll like roll it down a little bit, but like I only do that sometimes. And then they've got 2 side pockets. Now, I find these really handy for if I'm out for a walk, for instance. I'll just put my phone in there, or you can put keys, you can put anything. I just love side pockets. I think they're just like game-changing. I especially love them when I am at training or warming up for a race and I have my headphones in, and I don't like holding my phone. I think it's just really annoying. So I'll just pop it in the side pocket, distraction-free. Don't even realize it's there. It sits in there so nicely. So side pockets are a must, and they're just like so comfortable. No front seam, beautiful buttery soft material. They're in our rep fabric, which is like our OG fabric. It is so buttery soft, nice and compressive, and yeah, overall just the best shorts ever. I'm sure many of you are already aware, but I do have a code for LSKD. It is BRIE LSKD. If you guys want to get 15% off absolutely anything on the website or in store, make sure you use or mention that code because yeah, you could be getting some nice little savings. All right, so I'm gonna pop on my shoes, pack my bag, and get to the track because the sun is shining and I am so excited to move my body. Hey guys, so I've just gotten back from dinner and I'm just laying in bed in my compression boots, which I'm sure you're about to hear in the background, just getting a quick 30-minute flush before I head to sleep. I'm sorry I didn't take any footage of dinner. Tiana and I just went and got some spaghetti in town and I hit jet lag hard. I started to crash. I'm like, I need to go to sleep. But it's really good that I'm doing things late at night just to keep me up because I don't want to be going to bed early. If I go to bed too early, I'm going to be waking up at 4 a.m. So it's about 9:30 p.m. now, so I am ready for bed well and truly, but yeah, just getting in a quick little recovery sesh after our flush out today. Anyway, I thought I would end this vlog here. I do hope you guys enjoyed flying to Europe with me and spending the first day and a half here in Belgium. I do have lots of vlogs planned for this trip, and I think the next vlog is going to be a racing vlog because next week is race week and we're going to Madrid and the track is green. I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited to see a green track and run on a green track. But if you guys want to be the first to be notified about any of my new videos, please, please, please make sure you subscribe. I am posting them here first before I am sharing them on my socials. So to be first to see them, you have to be subscribed. And if you subscribe, I will love you so much. So I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!